What's up, dudes, and welcome back to another episode of Terraria Tuesdays. Last time we started our base house and got things moving in that department. We've done a little bit of exploring, not too awful much. I would like to get more done, but we died horribly over here. Now, this episode, I would like to get our Anvil up and running, and I can't remember exactly what that requires. Let me talk to our guide. Crafting. Lead, does it take lead bars to make the anvil? Show me what all I can make. What do I need for an anvil? Because it's been a while and I don't actually remember. Where? There it is. I need 5 lead bars. Okay, so we gotta find more lead, which thankfully is generally close to the surface, so we shouldn't have to dive. Actually, that might be lead. It could be stone too. Yep, just stone. And what looks like copper underneath, we'll deal with that later. For now, we need to get our anvil so we can get one of the best quality of life items in the game. Which I won't spoil. I might have spoiled in the last episode. I don't honestly remember if I spoiled it in the last episode or not. But I know we need it for this episode. What's going on? I froze. There we go. Random freezes happen sometimes. My PC is pretty good, but it ain't perfect. Let's check really quick if there's any lead hiding close under the surface here. Yes. I wasn't sure if that was lead or if that was stone. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head how many lead turn into ore. But I think this is all we need to make our anvil, honestly. Since we already have 2 blocks. Go away, slimes, you're rude. But our early cactus sword made our life a little easier. At least in the killing things department. Let's not do this every time, shall we? Make ourselves a little pillar of access. Go away, Mr. Normal Slime. Do we have any? No. Need to clean out my inventory a bit too. Do I have a chest? I do. Cool. Now this game, excuse me, requires a bit of inventory management on a fairly regular basis. But hopefully once I get things going, it won't be too much of a hassle to keep things cleaned up and organized. Lead bars. It takes 3. Okay, cool. We did have enough. Now we need our anvil. Put that down. And then we need we want chain. There we go. Chain. Now this chain will allow us to create one of the best quality of life items combined with our hook. There we go. A grappling hook. Now this is exactly what it sounds like. It's a grappling hook. It pulls us around and just makes life awesome. For now, I'm going to throw down this chest and deposit everything. If I'm being honest, put everything in there for now, and then we will pull out the things we want to keep with us. Oh, life crystal. Use that. So we want the health potion. We want our torches. We want some gel, which we can actually hide in our ammo slot and still make use of it like normal. Let's see, is there anything else we want to keep on us? Rope is good. Wood is a good idea to keep on you, so you can make more torches. And we want our glow sticks. anything else I want to keep on me? No, I don't believe so. But for now, we have tungsten. So we should make some... How much? 25 bars for tungsten armor. How about... Can this mine? Yes, this can mine meteorite. So we're going to go ahead and just upgrade straight to tungsten. And then... A broadsword, how much damage this does? 9? I don't want to invest that kind of resource. I think I'll make a pair of tungsten pants. That way we have pretty good defense. And we can start working on other things. Yes? I think that's a good idea to go from here. We could make a helmet really quick. Might as well. It may be wood, but defense is defense, man. We need to be sturdy so that we don't die horribly. And yeah, I think we're good there. Make a couple more torches. And I think we shall continue our explorating. Get out of here, you jerk. Now, with this grappling hook, we can... Ooh, I forgot we delved down a little bit in here. It increases our mobility because it moves us along very quickly. Faster than we would normally be able to go. And we don't have to worry about gaps so much. And it makes our life better. Ooh, gross. We have corruption. Oh, right. I forgot that we actually get to choose that now. I chose corruption. Because corruption is better, in my opinion, to deal with than crimson. But normally, we can't mine this stuff. But since we have our grappling hook, we can just quickly get over it and not worry about it too much. Unless we fall. Which I will probably do a lot. There we go. A little bit of grapple acrobatics. Bah! Let's not fall to our death. These are quite deep pillars of emptiness, and you can quite easily fall and die horribly. And I would prefer to avoid that, if I'm being honest. Dying horribly sounds, well, quite horrible. Get past this corruption area and do some more exploring. I think if I remember right, jungle is always on the opposite side of the world to the snow biome, and the dungeon, which is an area we have to access eventually, but I think the dungeon is always opposite of the jungle. So, in theory, our dungeon should be to our left. I don't remember precisely how that all works, but we're going to keep exploring to our left and hope we run into our dungeon. Well, we found another desert area. Do be careful. Sand hurts. Falling sand hurts, I should specify. Ouch! You hurt a lot too. Never mind. Go away. Let's not deal with that because it's painful. There's a sandstorm going on, but if we get lucky, we could find a... More corruption? Rude. I was going to say we could, if we get lucky, we could find a temple, a desert temple, but it looks like we're already through the desert area, so no temple for us yet. Ooh, I hear a jerkworm. Ouch. I'm gonna die again, and I don't wanna. Ouch. I hate dying. You drop your money, which makes me sad. I should have put my money away, but I didn't think about it. Because if you have... I think it's 25 silver before the day is over, you can Recall potion. We'll hold on to that. Do we have any other chests? We've only found one chest. That makes me kind of sad. Close the door, you silly man. Quick stack. Nothing will quick stack. Okay. Ooh. Star. Thank you. Now eventually we're going to have to make a pathway all the way to hell. Yes, hell exists in this game, and it is not nice. But for now, I think I'm going to start working on that and start mining straight down. It may not be the most entertaining thing to watch, but I mean, it's a thing we have to do. I guess we don't technically have to do it, but it just makes your life so much easier if you just make the pillar down. Unfortunately, I think I chose a large world, so it's a big distance between the surface and hell, but it means large worlds have more caves, they have more sky islands. There's just, I think there's too much benefit in a large world to skip making it. Oh my gosh, go away. Ouch. Well, I'm gonna die again, probably. H, heal. Why am I not hitting you? Well, that was close. We have 3 health. Thankfully, our armor kept us alive. Heh. Our armor already paying off. But I hear more zombie moaning, so if a zombie drops in on our faces again, we're just dead. Nothing we can really do about it. And I'm not going to waste another potion, because that seems silly. Now, all this snow and ice I will make use of. When I get back to the surface, I will turn it into blocks and build more housing, because that's a thing we need. I think there's like 25 NPCs that can spawn in the game. I feel like 25 is the right number. I don't remember off the top of my head, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not going to Google it. Because I want all of them. I can't remember. I remember how to get a lot of them, but not all of them. So that's a thing we'll have to deal with, too. Is remembering how to spawn them all. I know some... I know several of them are from killing bosses. Which, again, is a thing we'll naturally do eventually. We need to get more armor before we even think about taking on any bosses right now. And if we're lucky, we might find some underground gold chests while we're digging through these caves. I will check over here really quick. And try and do a little bit of exploring while we are doing this necessary evil, I suppose I would call it. I could do this between episodes. That might be better to do between episodes, but do I want to do it between episodes? We never know what I might discover along the way, and I'm really bad at suddenly recording, and I don't want a bunch of jump cuts in my episode either, so it's kind of one of those double-edged mindsets. It would be a good idea to do it between the episode, but at the same time, I want all the chests we find suddenly, or any enemies that are rare spawns, to also be found. So it's kind of one of those double-edged concepts. It's not horrifically boring, especially with me talking. Well, I hope me talking is at least entertaining. I'm kind of just talking about what we're doing right now, but we have a lot of plans, and we'll get to as many of them as quickly as possible. Hey, look! Speaking of things that happen while we're mining, we found an ice house. And we found ice skates. Now, I don't particularly view them as useful, but we'll equip them because they're a thing. Do we find anything else interesting in here? Not really. Some boreal wood tables. But we got rid of a fair amount of the water that was with us, so we'll not have water all over the place for a little while. Whoops. Ah, aim properly. And I'm going to stick some blocks down here. Actually, I'll stick them here. There we go. Now we won't have as much water with us. And hopefully we can get rid of it while we're pillar mining. Yeah, you just go ahead and flow over there. And now we have no water to worry about. Whoop. Come back, glow stick. We need the light. Now I could mine in total darkness, but that sounds silly. Especially so that you guys can see. I wonder, is this... We want more tungsten, because ideally we'd like to get a full set of tungsten armor. Hey look, this is tungsten. I wasn't sure. It's always kind of hard to identify ores. There are a few potions you can get that help you find ores. And you can always do that to kind of peek into the earth around you. But you'll burn up torches pretty quickly doing that. Now, I probably won't make my NPC house that fancy because it's my NPC apartment complex. It's what I always think of it as. It's not a fancy schmancy house. It's just a simple apartment complex for some NPCs to make it through their lives. But my house, I'm going to build probably a fancier house for myself to live in because, well, I think I'm worth it. I'm awesome. So why wouldn't I want to build myself a fancy house? And we see a life crystal down there. We'll do a little bit of exploring through this area. Check things out. Ice slimes are rude because they can cause the frozen debuff, which makes you move slower. And I'm not actually a big fan of that. It's pretty rude, if we're being honest. But if we can keep them all controlled, we already failed to keep them all controlled. But it was a good attempt to try and keep them all controlled. We'll go ahead and grab this life crystal. Immediately use it. And see if we can't siphon off some of that water before we start pillar mining again. Or maybe just deal with it. I think I'll probably just deal with it. I will put down a layer of blocks to help... No, not like that game. A layer of blocks to help reduce how much water we bring with us. Yeah, we don't have a Gills potion. We have a Gills potion back in the house, but that doesn't really help us right now. And remember to open that up. We'll have to remember to make little air pockets for ourselves along the way so we don't drown horribly. Because I have forgotten to make air pockets a couple of times in the past, and I did, in fact, drown because I'm smart. Now, slush blocks are kind of like sand. They fall, but they have a secret usefulness. If you find an item called an extractinator, you can put slush blocks through it, and it will produce ore and gems and money. So slush is actually, despite how useless it seems, quite useful after you find that extractinator. Now, when I moused over down here, there was a piranha in some water. Yep, so we have to deal with a piranha. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of oxygen for ourselves. And then we can stop throwing glow sticks, please. Ouch. Deal with this piranha. And continue our mine. Thankfully, it looks like it opens up into an area that we can be rid of it, the water. Or at least some of it. Ooh, getting down into the next cave layer. And more tungsten. Cool. The bats are rude. Hey, look, our merchant spawned. And that's not the traveling merchant. That's our NPC. So now we'll be able to buy piggy banks and a few other things I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll want to go check that out here soon because he does sell useful things. Oh, he sells a miner's hat, but I think that might cost gold. And yeah, we don't have any gold yet. We only have silver. The miner's hat is useful because it provides a little bit of armor, not a lot, but the main thing that's cool about it is it provides light, so you don't have to throw down torches everywhere you go. And you know you always have light with you, which is pretty nice. Now what I'm hoping to find soon is... Oh no, we have bombs. So, since we're in possession of bombs, there's a chance for the demolitionist to spawn. And he sells bombs, dynamite, and I think grenades? And normally bombs and dynamite aren't that useful, but both bombs and dynamite destroy the corruption blocks, so we can't mine them yet, but we can blow them up, which is useful because there's an item called meteorite that can spawn in the game, but it will not spawn if you haven't... Woo! Another ice house. But the meteorite will not spawn until you destroy an object hidden within the corruption biomes. I really don't want to deal with this slime, but I'm gonna have to. Ouch. Yep, he froze me solid because he's a jerk. Oh, sweet. We got a blizzard in a bottle, which provides us a double jump functionality. And I will take the chest, because a free chest, or not chest, table, because a free table is nice. It's that much less wood we have to spend. Okay, stop shooting your jerk thing at me, and you can see this guy has quite a bit of health and pretty good defense because we're not doing very much damage to him. But he still only gives normal slime stuff. Nurse has arrived. The nurse, when you activate her, will fully heal you for a price. Which sounds not good, but if you have her near a boss arena, when you're fighting a boss, you can access her and become fully healed. So her usefulness is more limited to your creativity and how you take advantage of her existence, and less about what she does just raw. And her prices, like, sound bad, but they really aren't for a full heal. Like, how much would you pay to be fully healed? It's kind of a question you gotta ask yourself. I think the answer would be a lot. I would like to be fully healed, when, especially if I use it for a boss fight, because that's all healing potions and stuff have a debuff time, so jerks falling on our head. So when I can't heal myself with a potion, it's useful to have the nurse nearby. And we got our demolitionist. See, you want to build your NPC houses as soon as possible. Thankfully, we got the necessary items for them to spawn, and we had the places for them to live. So they spawned in for us. These are all little things that I wouldn't have been able to record had I not been recording during this long pillar mining session. I think it's fun to pillar mine. It may not be the most visually satisfying for some people, but there's always things going on in this game. Even when it isn't apparent, I guess would be the way I'd phrase it. Next on my list of things to do, how's our inventory looking, will be to go to the corruption biomes, since we have decent armor. It's not great, but it's decent. But since we have decent armor and the ability to blow our way into those secret areas, I will show you guys what you can do in those biomes to accelerate your ability to get things done without necessarily sacrificing too much health. There's a few workarounds. Obviously luck is important because it's lucky that I got enough tungsten to actually... Yeah, this will be our lowest point. Because it was lucky that we got enough tungsten to actually make the pickaxe. More water. That's the downside to living near an ice biome, is there's always water everywhere. In all your pillar mines, you have to deal with water. Water also, unfortunately, means piranhas, because they live in said water. Let's put down a wall so we don't have as much water to deal with. And continue the pillar. Ooh, a minecart track. These are nifty because you can just jump on them and they take you... You have no idea where. Just a quick little right click on them and you're off. Well, this side didn't take us very far, so let's go the other way, shall we? Ouch, that hurt. Minecarts also hurt anything they hit. See some tungsten. Ooh, a marble biome. Marble's a cool building material. Doesn't seem... Oh, I was going to say it doesn't seem like we found anything interesting, but we found a life crystal. Oh, and the blizzard in a bottle, I don't know if I actually mentioned it. It allows us to double jump. So we can jump and then jump again. Found 2 life crystals. Thank you, minecart track. And we also found another ice house, which gave us another blizzard in a bottle, which is less interesting. And another life crystal? Heck yes. We will have all the lives. Which admittedly was probably a bad idea to use them all, because there is a random event called a goblin invasion, which is, well, exactly what it sounds like. It's an invasion of goblins, but it will only happen when you have at least 200 health, which now I do. So, you know, use your health crystals wisely, because they have a secret cost, potentially. And we have water walking, archery, healing, blah, blah, blah. I like the increased chest amount. How much money do we have now? We have 4 gold. Oh, Jesus. We need to be careful not to die, because you drop money based on a percentage of how much you currently have. So the more health you have, or the more money you have, the more you will drop. And it really hurts your soul when you drop a gold or any amount over like 50 silver. Early on, 50 silver is worth so much to you, but eventually you start dealing in golds, and usually mostly just gold. Things will be costing gold, and I only know of a couple things that cost the next tier up of money, which is platinum. Ouch, this is gonna kill us. We dropped 2 gold. Ow, that hurts me inside. But thankfully we can get it back fairly quickly. Oh Jesus, there's a blizzard. Because we have our little pillar mine, we can just go ahead and drop on down. Pay special attention to how far we're falling so we don't accidentally kill ourselves a second time. And then, if you remember, we have our blizzard in a bottle, which negates our fall damage. Well, it doesn't negate our fall damage. We have to hop just before we hit the ground, and then we're fine. But we can zoom right back over and grab our money. Boom jams. But for now, guys, I think I shall call the episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.